One thing that I don't like about bullet journals is once you finish them and start a new one, it's harder to reference back to certain things in there. So if you have ongoing list or collections that you want to reference, you have to keep multiple bullet journals on hand. So what I did was I took a smaller bullet journal and I made this into like my reference notebook. So a bunch of stuff that I want to look at over and over again, maybe for years, not just months, is in this notebook. And for me, I think this is going to work out really well. I started with each section, or most of the sections, with a quote page and then going into the information. So my first section here is fashion, and what I wanted to do was make a list of things that I love, things that I didn't love. So when I'm shopping, I can remind myself of that kind of stuff. Because a lot of times I'm like, oh, this is cheap, this is on sale, and I buy it, and maybe I wear it once, but I then get tired of it, or it's not quite right, or I don't like the pattern. So I was like, let's try to avoid that, and let's make a list of things I know I like and things I know I don't like. So for example, like colors, I'm not gonna buy a lot of pink shirts or yellow, orange, brown, because those just aren't my favorite colors. They don't look that good on me. What I do like is black. That's everything I own is pretty much black. Then I have a lot of gray. Pretty much any shade of blue is good for me. And then I like burgundy and like a deep kind of like forest green color. So I did the same with like the silhouettes that I like to wear, what looks good on me, what doesn't look so good on me because of my body shape. And prints, did the same thing. I love animal prints, I love stripes. I don't like floral. I keep trying to buy florals because I think they look pretty, and then I never wear them. And then same with fabric, like I will not buy linen because it requires way too much upkeep. Same with lace. I'm much more like cotton, denim, leather. Like those are my fabrics that I really like. And then I also did washi on the side of each section to kind of denote that we're going to a different section. I did a kibbe, so I'm a soft classic, and I should look for balanced, rounded features. I have balanced, rounded features. My facial features tend to lean feminine, and this is what I should look for in clothing. And then for the wish list, I put in just sticky notes from Erin Condren. So as I think of things, I can write them down on here. That way I can reuse this page over and over again without having to make multiple versions of a wish list. Which I thought that was a pretty good idea and then I can just take this out when I go shopping and I have one little thing instead of taking this entire notebook. And then I have a spot for a quarterly clean out because I really want to go through my clothes on a more regular basis and get rid of what I don't necessarily wear so that I can wear the things that I really like and figure out what I need. So I did year, and then I did 2 boxes for each quarter with a box for the closet and a box for the dresser. And then I made this little tip in because I forgot to put this as a spread. So I made a spot for my measurements. And I have the 3 that, if you're shopping online, they always ask for bust, waist, and hip. And I am going to write these in pencil so that if they change, I gain weight, lose weight, whatever, I can erase them and write the new measurement in. And then I have a spot for like any little notes, like the first one, if fabric can shrink, add a 1/2 inch. And I don't have anything on the back of that yet. And then I have a spot here where I can list out my favorite stores. I just split the page in half so I can write some here and then more down that side. So that is the fashion section. Next, we go into home. And what I did was I listed out each area of our house and I made lines and dots. And I clearly did not let my pen dry before I moved my stencil. And I just put in things that I know need fixing, just little things that we have to do in each room. And I have obviously more space to add more later. And I need to go back through and update this because we have done some of this stuff. And then this is like meal planning. So I listed out easy meal ideas: grill, stovetop, air fryer, oven, just stuff that we can do or that we usually do that are pretty easy. You know, shepherd's pie, cheesy chicken, cheeseburger pie, Korean beef bowls. Just so that if I'm ever like, oh my God, I don't know what to make for dinner, I can reference this list and I have room for additional items on the other side. And then I have some blank pages so that I can add more ideas, more recipes, anything like that. Then I made a section for my hobbies. So these are things that I have started and have not finished. So I have a cross stitch. I started going through a watercolor book and following the lessons, but I haven't finished that. I haven't actually started the Darth Vader cross stitch or the watercolor food book, but I've got those in there. If I have any other kind of ongoing projects, I can add them in here. And then I have a spot here for my hiking boots because I haven't been keeping track of the mileage. So they say they should last you about 5 years. They don't always last me 5 years because I'm a little hard on them. I live in a harsh climate, the desert, the dirt, all that stuff. So I've got when I first used it and the 5-year date. So I kind of have an idea that as I get closer to these, I may need to replace these. This page here is going to be for hiking parks and trails that I want to go to. As you can see, this is definitely a work in progress. I left a couple of blank pages because there's a lot of parks and trails. I did a post-it note for documentaries, movies, and TV shows that I want to watch. My plan is to like list the title and where it's found and then have like a box if I watched it, because we have, oh my gosh, we have Netflix, which we've always had. And then we have Disney Plus. Then we added Hulu and ESPN so that we can watch the NHL games on ESPN Plus. And then I got Peacock because there was a good deal on it and I wanted to watch the last Psych movie that came out. And then I just got Paramount Plus because I was trying to resist, but I need to watch the next season of Criminal Minds. So we have a lot of streaming services, a lot of things. What I want to do is kind of look through my list because, oh yeah, and we have Amazon Prime. So I just throw stuff on my list when I hear about it. And like, oh, that sounds good. What I want to do is go through those lists and pick out the ones that are higher priority for me and put them in this spread. So if I'm ever like, oh, I have some time, what can I watch? Then I'm not like going through each streaming service, going through each list, trying to find something to watch. I can pull this up and go, oh yeah, I want to watch that documentary, and then go watch it. And then I have space for places to go. So anywhere, either local or like vacation spots, I'll list out there. You know, because everybody's like, oh, you need to go check out this restaurant. You need to go check out this place. You need to see this hotel or whatever. So then I can keep track of all that stuff. And then I have a spot for travel, 100%. Have no clue what I'm doing with that yet. But I left blank pages for that. And then this is my continuing education, for lack of a better word. These are the courses that I'm currently watching. So I have a photography, the compelling frame, style and styleability, which is helping me with some of this stuff up front in the fashion section, building blocks of budgeting, and another photography class. So these ones I'm watching, again, just used sticky notes from Erin Condren, because obviously what I'm currently watching is going to change. So like once I finish the landscape, I can pull that out and put a different sticker in there if I start another course. My plan is finish these 4 and then I can start a new course. And then I've listed them out by, these are the ones I have from Kelby One Live. These are the ones from Law Talk. These are just kind of individual classes. And some of these were free, some of these were paid for. Here's some more photography ones, some planning ones, Creative Live, and I think that's it. And then we go into sticker inventory. Now, I have made a spreadsheet of my stickers because I found the bullet journal wasn't the best spot for the stickers. What works really well in here? Washi. So I have swatched all of my washi in here. This one I just labeled as like miscellaneous because these came from different shops that I don't always purchase from. Like I think that's according to Allie, that's Fern Creek Stickers. That was Michael's, I think. But I didn't have enough of those individual shops to do their own page, so I just put them under miscellaneous. And then I have Chrissy Ann Designs, Cricut Paper, which, how gorgeous are all of these? So these were in a bundle that I bought, I think around Halloween. This was like the Halloween bundle. Then these ones all came in her advent calendar. So like, I love this. So this is one roll of washi here. So you get all of the stripe colors in one. And then later she gave a set with each like individual skinny version of it. I am definitely getting her advent calendar again next year. It was so awesome. Flipping ahead, these are all of the Erin Condren ones I had. So if they were like in a set, I tried to label it, and that was an afterthought for me. So some of it you'll see in some of the other spots, it's like labeled on the side, and that's why they're on the bottom, because I decided after the fact that I should label them. These are all notebook therapy. Again, that's one set, that's another set. And then we get into Archer and Olive, which is over several pages. So here you see I wrote January because those were the January themed boxes. February, those were in March. That was fall. As you can see here, I forgot to put it in, so it's labeled on the side. These are the summer ones, Halloween, sub box. And we just have some random ones that I didn't remember which ones they were. I didn't have labels for them. And the last of the Archer and Olive, which these are their washi from their advent. And these ones, oh my God, they're so sparkly. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but gorgeous. And then I have a page for sweet beans. Sweet bean. I always add an S. Yeah, I even wrote the S. There's no S there. It's just sweet bean. So this was a fall Halloween grab bag. So I didn't know what I was getting. And then these were from her advent calendar, which they're so cute. I love the little characters and those colors. Love her little characters. And then this is where I started my sticker inventory. So I had like Archer and Olive sticker rolls, color blends folder, blue layers, album. But the problem is I move stickers around. So I have them somewhat organized, but then as I use some up or get some new ones, I move things around. And this was just not very good for like moving things around, because I put it in here by book or by binder, and I was changing those up. So I decided to move this to a spreadsheet. Way easier. And if you want a video of the spreadsheet, let me know. I will do a screen record and show you how I set that up and how I can use like filters and things like that to find what I'm looking for. But so far, that is all I have in my reference notebook. I have some extra pages at the end here. If I think of anything else, I will put them on here. Otherwise, I'll probably use this for more washi swatches if I get more washi that doesn't fit up here. So as you can see, like Archer and Olive, I don't really have any more room. Theirs comes in sets, so I mean, I could put like 3 here. So yeah, I'd probably have to do another Archer and Olive spread. But that is how I'm keeping track of all those things that don't really have a good spot or that I want to continue using year after year and not transferring them from journal to journal. And I think this is the perfect size. So this is my A5. As you can see, it's a little bit smaller. It's much thinner. So if you wanted to put stuff in here to reference, like when you're out shopping, you can carry this with you. So let me know in the comments, do you have a reference notebook? What would you put in it? What do you need to track year after year that you don't want to keep transferring from bullet journal to bullet journal? I would love to hear. And until next time, I hope your planning and coffee are strong.